in our veins. We're the pioneers, building a future where success is near. Coding in algorithms, we're the masterminds. MaxPixel solutions, we redefine.
What's up, marketing legends? Welcome back to another episode of Max Level Marketing Podcast. I am your host, Maxine Beguze, and if you're not evolving, you're falling behind. Last episode, we kind of dove deep into the death of third-party cookies and how it's kind of shaking up the marketing world. But today, we're talking about survival. At the very least, we need to survive before we can thrive. And right now, it's all about relevance over everything. And if you're ready to future-proof your brand and you want to learn about, what that looks like and what steps to take, well, this is the podcast for you. We always are going to be talking about how to grow your business. And it's super important to me to have relevance and to also have practicality. So I'm not going to give you stuff that you can't implement. It's going to be implementable. Okay, so everybody watched the Olympics and we all saw Ray Gun. And that was something interesting to watch. At first, of course, it was all laughs. And then slowly around the world, the laughs turned into upset, uproar, and frustration. There was something online that showed her on the left looking absolutely atrocious. And then a woman underwater doing her underwater routine on the right. So if you've seen this, on the left, you got Ray Gun fumbling through the Olympic routine, looking awkward, clumsy, just ultimately failing to deliver, right? And then on the right, you've got someone executing the same routine underwater, looking smooth, graceful, and absolutely nailing it, right? And so while I was watching that, as a marketer, something popped in my head that I want to share with you. And if you have watched it, I have the link. If you're just listening to the podcast, obviously you're not able to see it. What that was a perfect metaphor for today's marketing landscape. You got on the left, you got, for example, a brand stuck in the past, clinging to outdated strategies, for example, just fully outdated strategies. They're relying on third-party data that's drying up. They're using, tired tactics that don't resonate. Yeah, sure, the effort is there, but it's all about them. Well, I liked it. I'm sure Ray Gun was like, well, I thought this routine was amazing, right? I liked it, so I'll do it. Meanwhile, the audience, what are they? Unimpressed, disconnected, and tuning out, right? They're just struggling to stay afloat in a sea of irrelevance. And on the right, that's what marketing looks like in 2025. It's not just about effort. It's about strategy, precision, and flow. She looks so good underwater, right? With this particular analogy, people who are looking to be strategic, what you're going to be seeing is a brand that's embracing innovation, right? They're using first-party data, zero-party data. They're tapping into AI-driven insights. They're utilizing tools that will optimize them, AI tools in conjunction with human experts, and they're creating personalized, meaningful experiences that are speaking directly to their audience, right? It's seamless, it's captivating, and to be honest, it's the future. Today, what we're seeing is that it's not about forcing a message anymore. It's about doing better. It's about precision, right? It's about efficiency, adaptability. Are you doing those things? Are you looking to be as efficient as possible? Are you looking to see how you can adapt? Because in today's age, and to be honest, since the beginning of business, you need to be swift and changeable. You need to be adaptable. So question is, are you doing checks and balances and seeing how precise are we being here? Can we use more precision in our marketing? Can we be more efficient? Can we be more adaptable? I want you to think about, how far we've come from shotgun marketing tactics where brands would just kind of throw content everywhere and see what sticks, hoping something sticks, right? I remember it's like, just create content. And mind you, it's very important to create content now, but it's important to be very, very strategic with what you put out. It needs to be quality. It needs to be hyper valuable to the audience that you're speaking to. You want to have sniper-like precision when where every message, for example, is targeted, every ad is optimized for maximum impact. And so if you're still relying on tools of the past and haven't looked at some of these amazing tools that have come out in the last couple of years, you're going to be like Reagan competing in the Olympics using yesterday's playbook. You're in the game. Absolutely, you're in the game, but trust me, you're not playing to win. In a world that's moving faster than ever, doing what you've always done is honestly the fastest way to get left behind. And that's not just some catchy line. This is reality. The advertising world right now is evolving at lightning speed. And even for me, I'm just like, wow, it's kind of keeping me on my toes, and it's kind of exciting how much is changing. And according to a study by eMarketer, by 2024, which already happened, so we're talking as of this year, over 65% of digital ad spend will be focused on direct first-party relationships with consumers. So if you're not pivoting to first-party data right now, as third-party data is being phased all the way out, I'm talking about using tools like MaxPixel, which I'll talk more about, MaxPixel AI, that gives you the full picture. We're talking, up to 40 data points on your visitors, identifying anonymous users that come and turning them into actionable insights, right? Are you doing that? Are you using tools like MaxPixel AI that kind of cast this amazingly wide net over all of your traffic so that if you're pouring into SEO, you're pouring into advertising and all this traffic's coming, are you capitalizing on all that traffic? Are you grabbing all of it and making sure that you have a clear picture of everybody who's there? If you're in B2C, MaxPixel's tool will actually tell you their first name, last name, their household income, what products or services they're binging on, and and give you their email as well as maybe their LinkedIn and some other social media and so on. And it's so powerful because then you get this amazing profile of who's actually being attracted by your business, right? And that's something that allows you to continue the conversation and go ahead and do some pretty amazing precision marketing. Now, here's something I want to say, that data, it really isn't about information. It's about power. As 2025 is coming in right now, we have so many things happening, so many changes. And in 2025, I feel like power comes really from knowing your audience better than they know themselves, right? What does that mean? Think about when you get an ad and you're bombarded with all these ads. Aren't we irritated? Like, we're fully irritated now. We're just like, why are you advertising to me all day? I'm tired of seeing this ad. Click, I don't want to see this ad anymore. I'm done with this ad. And we get frustrated with being bombarded so much, right? But what happens when you get this ad that you're just like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for this all day. I've been looking for this all week. Or, man, this is exactly what I need. We're not upset about those ads, are we? We're happy to see those ads because it's what we've been looking for. It resonates with us. It's very precise. It's as if they know exactly what I need. And that's the kind of marketing, that's the only kind of marketing that is effective now. So with that in mind, what that means is that we're no longer in an era where generalization cuts it. When you have tools like MaxPixel AI, for example, I'm tooting it from the rooftops because it's a complete game changer. And I'm also giving away 400 free leads at the end of this podcast if you're interested. You are no longer just in a situation where we're guessing, right? We're not guessing who's visiting our website anymore. We just know. And that knowing is golden, right? You're not just throwing money at a wide net anymore. You're casting a precisely targeted line, right? And then what are you doing with that? You're catching the exact fish that you need. And that saves money, right? When we're actually just marketing more to our target audience instead of marketing to people who aren't interested. But here's the thing, first party data is not just the be all end all either. We're pivoting to a conversation around zero party data. Okay. So what in the world is zero party data? Well, what that is data that's willingly given by a user. So for example, I go to a website and I look around and I'm like, they're pretty cool. I trust them. It seems okay. I'll give my name, first and last name. And, oh, you want my anniversary? Me and my husband, anniversary. And then we go ahead and put our birthday. And then we submit that so we can get gifts and things like that during our birthday or offers. We just gave zero-party data. That's what that is. And now, because when someone hands over, just think about when someone hands over their info voluntarily. I just volunteered some pretty intimate information about me, right? What are they telling you? What are they telling you when they give you that zero-party data? They're saying, I trust you. I trust you, right? And what does that mean? In today's age, trust is absolute gold. Actually, Gartner reports, there's a report that went out that by 2025, 75% of the world's population will have personalized data protection by modern privacy regulations. And this is going to lead into why this is so important, because this shift, you cannot afford to ignore this, okay? Because once the privacy is set in and we have these modern privacy regulations in place, that's going to make it very hard for you to access that third-party data where you're able to get the information that you need when people are not directly interacting with your content. It is so important now more than ever to capitalize on the people who have given you zero-party data, given you information willingly, that have a level of trust with you, the people that are coming to your website, that are interacting with your ads, etc. You get that first party data. This is powerful, and it's important not to ignore this shift, because trust is not something that, that's as easy to gain anymore. It's something that you really, as we all know, since the beginning of time, it's something that you earn. And right now, it's harder to earn trust than it was before. Yet, at the same time, on the flip side, trust is your most valuable currency today. And we've seen time and time again that brands who prioritize trust and transparency are the ones who win, right? So remember, if you guys remember how Apple pivoted its entire marketing campaign around privacy. Do you remember that? What happens on your iPhone stays on your iPhone message. That's another conversation altogether, but we'll just go with that. Do you remember the messaging that they had around that? They were not just trying to sell. At this point, they recognized they're selling phones, but the goal of this campaign was to sell trust. I am not sitting in a very trust-centered place when it comes to iPhone personally, but this is what they were trying to do with their messaging, right? You're building a relationship. And in 2025, relationships are the real ROI. They are the real return on investment. That is all we have for our show today. If you like this topic, continue to stay connected with me, because this is my second podcast and I'm just starting this podcast journey. It's been decades since I did this. Back then, it was just a radio show. I produced my own show with my partner back then in the 90s when I was 14, all the way until I think 23. But it's been a while since I've done this. So thanks for journeying this out with me. And hopefully there was enough value in this to continue listening. We've covered some serious stuff today. I want to go more in depth as we go along the journey, but we've talked about the phasing out of third-party cookies, the rising cost of digital ads, and the undeniable power of first-party data. But we're only just getting started, okay? So we're headed into an era right now where your ability to adapt to this new marketing landscape will define your brand's success. That's the bottom line. And as we look towards 2025, one thing is crystal clear right now. The future doesn't belong to those who sit back. It belongs to those who innovate. And the good news is you're already ahead of the game by being here, learning, and just preparing for what's coming. But here's the thing. This is only part one. Next time, the next episode, we're diving even deeper. We'll be talking about the future of unified IDs, contextual advertising, and exactly how you can make your website the centerpiece of your marketing strategy. So trust me, you do not want to miss this next episode. And we'll also be looking at what separates the brands that just survive from those that truly thrive during this time. And let me tell you, the insights we're going to share, I feel like they'll completely change the way you approach your digital marketing. So take a breath, digest what we've covered so far, and get ready for the next level, because we're not just talking about adopting or adapting. We're talking about dominating. So thank you for joining me today on Max Level Marketing Podcast. As always, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your network. And don't forget, the future is built by those who prepare for it today. So get ready to level up. I'll see you in the next episode where we're taking things up a notch. And until then, keep pushing the boundaries, keep innovating, and keep driving your brand to new heights. Thanks again for listening to Max Level Marketing Podcast. Make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and connect with me on LinkedIn. See you next time, Marketing Legends.